Okay. I'm not very good at looking at the place I need to look, so I'm just checking. I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording, and I'm going to look at you now. I need to keep drinking because I'm rehydrating. Okay, diverticulitis, gut issues, parasites, cancer, and the CURE for all of these being IVER and FENBEN. I've been fasting for a couple of weeks. Not quite pure fasting, but I've been fasting my way out of a diverticulitis attack, or flare as they're called. So diverticulitis or losis is the one in your bowel where they pop out rather than in. The polyps go into your bowel, the divers come out, and then they fill with shit, literally, and then they get infected if there's a problem. Okay, background, don't know, 22, 23, Christmas, pain, gut, hospital, 3 days, diagnosis, diverticulitis, 2 more flares after that, each one wasting 3 weeks of my life, antibiotics, intravenous morphine when you're in hospital, and even 2 weeks on the couch afterwards just to actually come back to a functional level of, yes, I'm human again. So didn't like what the medical system was telling me. Obviously, I'm not interested in having a poo bag hanging off my belly. Don't trust the fuckers, and I never will. I don't take pharmaceuticals, and that's why I'm really excited about the IVER shit, because I recently had a few experiences with it. So let's go to that. Got something flu-y, was quite unwell with it, and a friend gave me some Ivar, and within 24 hours it had gone. Even last week, my boy, he sleeps underneath me in a separate unit, but I can hear him coughing at night. So last week, before I gave him the Ivar, he was coughing really bad all night. Gave him the Ivar, didn't cough the next night. Even his girlfriend was like, oh yeah, wow, he didn't cough again. Then we had some friends with scabies, gave them the Ivar and fixed it. Then we found a source here. So we've got a source of Ivar and Fenben. And from the research I'm doing, it looks like 3 months supply will literally CURE, the CANCER. Even brain tumors, it's amazing. There's lots of research out there, anecdotal, because it's people telling you their story. Anyway, back to my fasting. Started a flare, really uncomfortable. It's really debilitating. I can't work during the day, so I did about 3 days of yuck on it. Not even taking Panadol or anything like that, because I can't see what my body's doing if I'm taking that shit. And so I just suffer. I suffered through kind of trying with butter, just like butter fasting, like I've done before to stay out of hospital. Most I kind of ate was like an egg or 2 in the evening. Some days nothing. So after about 3 or 4 days, I kind of started to feel like I was coming right, ate a little bit more, and then hit the wall again. So I'm like, okay, not completely finished. I'm aware of stuff in the Bible that says prayer and fasting can cure things. So I'm definitely a good faster, and I just keep doing that. I just keep doing that and dealing with the gut stuff. 2 days ago, I did take some Panadol because I had a client coming and I really needed the money, and it was only an hour's work, and it was like, I can fucking do this. I can get through this. And I did. Excuse me. It actually creates a lot of, burping in me too. So this is kind of going on even though see, you do have to realize that I'm a little bit under the weather in my brain, simply because of the lack of food, but nourishment, and it's kind of making me a little clumsy and a little this and a little that. But on Saturday, I just checked my diary because I've been writing things down. On Saturday, I had a ropeworm come out of me. This is before I even started the Ivar, which I only started yesterday, and today I feel fucking amazing compared to the last 2 weeks. So on Saturday, I took a photo of it. I'm really not going to edit this, so I won't put it up, but just look up ropeworms and you'll find these things that are quite long. Mine probably went from there to like the length of my finger and hand. And it was literally hanging out my a-hole, and I had to kind of encourage it with toilet paper to go down into the bowl. Next time I have one of those, I am actually going to fully inspect it. Okay, so that's a pre-warning. But I was quite thrilled to have that come out. Now, there's a lot of information out there about ropeworms, and some people just say they're mucus and blah, blah, and they're just stuck to the lining or whatever. I don't care what those people say. I'm really only interested in how you feel after that shit comes out of you. So that was Saturday. Sunday, Monday, a little bit still, lots of gurgling, a little bit of pain overnight, trying to only eat in the evening. So I'm getting a full kind of intermittent fasting thing going on. Practically fasting is what I'm calling it, because, and in the first sort of week, I was doing a lot of vomiting. So I know my markers for infection. I know when I've got an infection without a medical person taking a blood test and doing that, whatever they would do to tell you whether I've got an infection. I know my markers. It's nausea, there's a little bit of vomiting, there's chills and fever, there's, whenever I lie down, lots of fatigue, lots of sleep, pain on passing. It takes me half an hour to recover from a pooper duper, even though it's a tiny one, through fasting. And when I lay down, like kind of, to sleep, I can hear my heartbeat quite strongly. So a lot of that stuff has stopped. So the fasting is obviously helping, but I reckon passing that thing on Saturday was pretty involved with this, because I'm just noticing today I feel much clearer. I feel like I just actually went out in the car to do something by choice rather than by necessity, and I didn't nearly have an accident like I did twice before through necessity. And I went, as I drive past food places, I just notice my body, like the places I might have got food in the past, my body going, because I guess I got into this flare because I started to eat more carbs. I started to think, after a year or so of carnivore, fixing everything, curing menopause, making me an abominable snowman, because I'm just so perfect now. And the carnivore was really working for me, but I kind of got to a point with the carnivore that I thought, well, if I'm this good, maybe it's okay to have a little bit of this, and maybe it's okay to have a little bit of that, and maybe it's okay, and maybe I did a little bit of that too frequently, and I'm back where I am now. And I don't like hospitals, and I don't like doctors, and I'm not going down the road and paying $70 to get antibiotics that are going to fuck me up. So I'm managing this myself, and I'm just blown away that a little bit of fasting could release that. What else do I want to say about this right now? I don't know. Anyway, we've got supply. We've got access. I'm a bit pissed off at the whole system, because remember, the big I was told you were told that the big I was illegal. I don't know. Unavailable. They called it horse, PASTE, to turn everyone off. Whatever. It is a legitimate pharmaceutical. It's got an incredible story, which I haven't actually delved into yet, but I know a friend has, and I need to go do that, because it was figured out by some farmer in his backyard. That's all I know. It's a valid CURE for many things, and I'm kind of pissed off they hide it from us. But then they wouldn't have been able to give you the Maxine if they gave you the IVA, and that was the whole purpose of the old cuntford. So that's what I call it. Yeah, so this is me after one day of IVA and Femben. Now, people are taking it, both of them, every day to cure the big C, which means you can cure it for about $500. Maybe that's why they don't want us to know about this, because chemotherapy is way more expensive than that, and way more profitable for some people. Anyway, I'm hoping that I'm going to get more ropes out. I'm hoping that I'm releasing and releasing and releasing. The other aspect of this that I've been delving into is regarding how much, I don't think I finished my sentence before. As I was driving past the food places, I didn't have the craving. I didn't have the, oh, I could stop there and grab this. Oh, I could stop there and grab that. Because I believe you parasites are the reason you all want to eat carbs. So if you get carb cravings, you got paras, baby. Yeah, and then I forgot this one. So anyway, as I say, brain fragmented, body healing, gut returning to normal, and I will keep you updated. And all I can say is heal, baby, heal. I want to make a t-shirt. QSC now, ask me how, on the back. Ivor and Finn. Oh, I hope the cops don't end up at my house because of this. But you'll never shut me up when I find the truth of things. I don't even know if any of that is going to make sense. Anyway, that's me for today. Over and out.